Warning forecast.
So we just got the 5 o'clock update on a tropical storm Erin from the National Hurricane Center. It is still a tropical storm, but it's been gaining strength since yesterday. Winds are up to 70, gusts to 85. So it's right there towards the upper edge of that tropical storm, expected to bump into the hurricane category later today. So we'll be watching for that update. We'll likely strengthen to a major hurricane, category 3 or even category 4 as we wrap up the weekend and head into early next week. And that's going to be a critical time in the path of this storm as it's expected to make more of that turn to the north. And obviously that turn is very important when it comes to what do we see as a result. I want to show you the spaghetti plots for each of these lines, a different forecast model update. You see a pretty good grouping, but still a bit of a spread. So there's still some of these models that take it really close to our coastline, and there's some that keep it more out towards the open Atlantic. Obviously, where it tracks is going to make a big difference in what we see. And let me show you one example. This is just one of those forecast models. You can see the lines of equal pressure, the isobars there showing you the bullseye, the center, and you can see the rain and the clouds as well. Let's take you all the way through early next week. I'll pause it Thursday. This is midday Thursday. I think that's when it's going to be closest to our coastline. Notice with this particular run, some of those rain bands just barely entering into our area. Now, if this slides inland closer to us a little bit more, rain and wind go up. If this slides off the coast a little bit more, rain and wind chances go down. So just a little bit of wiggle can make a big difference in what we see. But again, we're looking at Thursday of next week. So just kind of keep that circled in the back of your mind as you start to make out your plans for next week. Thursday will be the day to watch out for. Today, not bad. Seeing a little bit of rain down south of the Albemarle, so maybe southern parts of the Outer Banks or mainland Dare County. A couple sprinkles this morning. Most of us are good to go. A little bit of patchy fog to keep an eye out for your morning drive. Partly cloudy during the day. A scattered shower or storm popping up this afternoon. There's 3 o'clock into the early evening and then fizzling out for tonight. Not expecting a repeat of yesterday. I'm not expecting that much rain or storms, but still a chance, a scattered chance in the mix. So 30% for today. Lower rain chances for the weekend and even early next week, just a 20% chance. So we're entering into a little bit of a drier stretch of days here as we go through the weekend. Temperature's pretty comfortable in their 70s this morning. Still humid though. 73 in Virginia Beach. Same story for Williamsburg, Gloucester. 74 for Moyock and Hertford. This afternoon headed to the 80s. So not as hot as yesterday. In the mid 80s as we go through the weekend and early next week. So we're trending near or below normal over the next several days. So let's look at the 7-day forecast. Not a whole lot of rain to speak of here. We have that 30% chance for today, lower chances for the weekend and early next week, and then we'll be focused on Erin as we get closer to Thursday of next week. Exactly what we're going to see, still to be determined. So that track is very, very important.
It was so interesting when you were just describing how a little bit closer to the coast or a little bit further west. I mean, that really will make such a big difference in the area. It's wild to see when it just kind of is hovering our coast like that.
Because obviously the strongest winds, the most intense rain is closer to the center. So just like this, if we're far away, I can barely reach, but if you get nice and close, now all of a sudden you've got a bigger impact, and that's that little bit of a track we're going to watch there.
Touched my arm.
I feel like we're back to school. Miles is so good at explaining things.
Really? We got to get warmed up for school talk season.
I know, I was going to say, you do all the school talks. He's had plenty of practice with that. All right, I appreciate it. It's going to be a lot to watch, of course, over the next several days. All right, turning things over to Kelsey Jones now.